She's in love with the devil, she's in love with Lucifer. This is her revenge for all the years of hate and tears.
How y'all are? I'm glad that you can join me today. I guarantee today is Thursday, October 3rd, 2019. How we doing today? How we doing tonight? Wherever you are in this great big world, I hope you're doing alright. And welcome back to part 2 of our review on Slavic Witchcraft, Old World Conjuring, Spells, and Folklore by Natasha Helvin. Now, if you haven't seen the first video, it'll be somewhere around here, so check that out. And in my first video, I said that this book was great for beginners. She explains it to you perfectly without having to make you feel stupid. Now, today, we are going to go over the spells. And I want to point something out because I feel like a lot of people don't believe me. This was the first video. Right here. Right fucking here. This was everything in the first video. This is all spells. This is all spells. And this is how thick the book is. Just letting you know. In case you didn't believe me. Now, she begins the spell section saying that a spell is not just used to affect another person. It is the creation of a common new world with room for two. A love spell can be not only a curse, the process of enslavement, attaching yourself to a person by invoking their passion against their will, but can also be a process of building and creation. It is up to you to choose what suits you better. And in general, your choice will be based on your own religious beliefs. And then she goes into a few words about spells, you know, the hows and whys and thoughts. And then she goes into the language of spells, the use of words as a magical spell, incantation, is a concept familiar to us from childhood. A spell is a sequence of words with a certain rhythm and order that gives them a particular sound, made to achieve any purpose. A sorcerer uses a spell to accomplish the desired effect. It doesn't matter what language the words are in, as this does not diminish the effectiveness of the action, and in some cases even increases it. The spell is usually composed in a poetic format. Spells come in different styles and sizes, but their crucial feature is the rhythm used to say them. This rhythm helps a sorcerer enter into a kind of trance and complete the planned rite. Spells can apply to various spheres: love, finances, influencing a person's nature, or nature itself, or addressing the dweller of another world. Along with spells, more experienced sorcerers often use additional auxiliary materials such as plants, stones, knives, candles, and much more. Then she goes into the power behind spells, and which is really the reason why I recommend you get this book. She talks about the willpower and the intent, working along with your spell to make it happen. In the first section or chapter of spells is love and relationship spells. Now, I'm not going to go over everything. but I will name a few. I will be naming the sections. And I'm also going to be telling you what spells I'm personally doing. Like right now. The minute I'm making this video, the minute before I made this video, and the minute after I make this video. Spell work I'm doing now. So, love and relationship spells. Not my favorite chapter. Y'all know that I think love magic is black magic. But however, she has a few things in this book where we immediately start off with platonic love and respect. Magic. Spell to be loved and respected. Spell to change attitudes. And then the next section is spells to find a loved one or remove love curses. And then we got, find a new love, how to remove a curse of solitude, a prayer against loneliness. Spells to attract a mate or make a friend desire you. And then spells to bind a loved one, which I'm going to be saying that a lot, so bear with me. Spells to not part with your beloved. You want to make your relationship still stay. Spells to make your beloved return to you. Especially if they cheated on you and you want them back because you can't get them out of your feelings. Restoring your relationship. Spells to make a man marry you. Spells to dampen love. Spells to move from a former lover, especially if you've been in a abusive relationship or you just don't feel that spark anymore. Spouse and family life. Bringing harmony in the family. Removing jealousy from a beloved. Spells to stop a romantic rival from, taking your beloved or prevent cheating. Spells to break up a couple. And, stuff like that. I'm not big on love spells, and I want to say that a lot of it is written from a female perspective, but just gender swap out if you're a male. Now this one, next to love magic, would probably be a lot of people's go-to. Money, wealth, and business. You have spells to gain wealth, such as gain money with a magnet. To gain money, put 9 of your hairs in a red flannel pouch along with a large bill and a small magnet. Keep this pouch secret and safe. A right to retain and increase your money. Now this one I am doing right now. Right fucking now. A talisman for wealth. A good talisman for gaining wealth can be a coin issued in the year you were born. Keep this coin in a special compartment in your wallet. Now, I have two pennies. One with a D and one without one from 1983 in my wallet right now. And I did this last week. And fucking it works. I've been finding loose change in the store, dropped by customers. Just the other day, I had a roommate pay me money for letting me take him and his son in during the cold months early in the year. Spells for prosperity, increase your chance for unexpected money, always have money in your home. stealing luck. Steal luck from a rich man. Steal luck from a thief, so you have a thief's luck. Steal luck from somebody's home. Spells to find treasure, especially if you are into metal detecting or if you're into antiquing. Now, I think Blue Sage is into antiquing, I think. So you can do a spell to find that special antique and amongst the garbage. And I say that, especially if you're in an antique store and you're just seeing crap, you see that one antique and you're like, oh my god, that's amazing, I need to have that. That you probably would have never have known it was there. Spells to win money. Spells for business and success. Gambling. Playing cards. Casinos. And then business for success. Protecting your business. Starting a business. Being a successful business. Success in finding a job. Spells to make your business flourish. A person to be fired from work if you have a coworker that's an asshole that needs to be fired, but he's protected. A spell for a debtor to return money to you. Spells to make deals and wield influence. To gain people's support. To make a good deal. Convince others to make a deal. Successful negotiations. Protection from negativity during negotiations. Gain advantage over competitors. Wielding influence over people. Spells to help you win in court. That's a big thing in Voodoo. Again, Natasha Helvin is into Voodoo. All kinds of things like spell to win a lawsuit, to sweeten the judge. If you need to sue for justice. Protection spells. To counteract curses of the evil eye. From negative people. Dark magic. Harm. Curses and jinxes. If you feel an evil force from someone. Protection spells using mirrors. Protect all who live in your house from curses. Protect your house from dark forces. Eliminate enemies, bad spirits, and evil. Keep it out of your home. Where's that one? Reveal who has cursed you. If you feel like somebody has cursed you, do this spell. And it will reveal to you who cursed you. Protect from bankruptcy, misfortune, someone's schemes, troubles and misfortunes. Protect your loved ones. Again, a lot of these spells repeat. It even has protect your own food from curses. If you're a trucker, a taxi driver, an Uber driver, or a Lyft driver, we got protection on the road. Amulets for protection while you're out on the road. A button to protect a traveler. Road protection, key and coin to be left at home. Now, if you're on the road as a job, or if you're traveling a lot, spells to remove the evil eye and curses. Again, it repeats. Padlocks are kind of big in this. So, expect to be seeing a lot of that. Spells to stop gossip and scheming. Spells to curse and punish your enemies. Close the roads for someone. Take 13 nails and drive them into a pathway leading to the person you want to curse. And then we go into the next section, which is house and home spells. A lot of this is spells for moving into a new house or cleansing your house. You know, to protect your house. Spells for peace and tranquility. To remove strife and conflict. And then you got spells to get rid of household vermin. Mainly mice and cockroaches. Ants, and then insects in general, and vermin in the garden. Now this one I'm going to be doing. Spells to find a lost item. Recently I lost my Apache's Tear. And if you saw my video on that, and why that stone is special to me, you know that I'm pretty heartbroken about that. My mom left me that stone. You know, in that video I go over it. She left me that stone, and now it's gone, and that's just one of the things that happened to me. Recently, somebody broke into the car, stole my badge for my work, stole my charger, stole my cord, stole my combat knife that I had on the side to protect me, even stole the fucking car registration. They stole my aspirins, they stole my anti-shit medicine. So you can find a lost item in your home. You can find a lost item using a candle. Or you can find a lost item using a stone. Now, I'm going to be doing this one. I'll try all three of them, actually. Spells for unwanted guests and wanted guests. To protect your property. Protect and prevent from thieves. To make those unwanted guests leave your home. Spells to avoid running into people. Prevention and punishment of theft. Now this one. The next chapter is health and healing spells. I want to say that, one, don't make it a habit. Do not make it a habit. Because you're going to be finding yourself doing these spells more and more and more. And number two, always consult a medical licensed physician. Spells to cure sickness, like one, cure diseases in early autumn, which we are in early autumn. To cure any disease in early autumn, when the leaves have just begun to fall from the trees, you must approach one of these trees and say, "As all the leaves fall from this tree, so will this sickness disappear. As time passes, what I say shall come to pass." Then every day, go to the tree you have chosen and repeat these words. Spells to get rid of pain and disease, use mustard plants. Hard-boiled eggs. To cure any illness removal with using water and wax. How to determine if a treatment was successful. How to beat a disease. Spell to remove a disease in 9 days. Spells to protect the patient. And this one's a little funny. Ha ha ha. Spells to get rid of warts. There's a section on that. Then there's a section on spells for getting rid of bad habits in 9 days. And then the final chapter of the spells is dreams and divination. Now, if you want to have prophetic dreams, there's spells to get prophetic dreams. Spells to get prophetic dreams using a mirror. T for prophetic dreams, how to make dreams come true, spells to obtain a definite answer, and then divination. There's a couple of spells here for divination, like using hazelnuts, burning a stick, using bones, divination using wax, like in that episode of The Simpsons, Flaming Homer, I believe it was. Where in the beginning, Lisa's having a sleepover and she drops a candle wax into a bowl of water, and it took on the shape of a broom. And one of the girls said, "Oh my God, my future husband's going to be a janitor." You know, it's up to interpretation, but spells to use a book for divination. Fortune telling using oak bark, and divination using a hazel branch. And then this one's a complete section in itself. Now, it's under the spells, but like I said, this one is a complete section into itself. So we're going to leave cemetery traditions, superstitions, and sorcery and spells for part 3. But that was the main book of the spells. And a lot of this repeats. A lot of this is written in the Slavic folklore, in the Voodoo folklore, from a female perspective. Again, just gender swap. And it wouldn't hurt to pick up a book on herbs, plants. A lot of these spells require herbs and plants like wormwood. I just read hazelnuts, which, I mean, you hear it all the time, but you never see one. Unless you actually see hazelnuts all the time. You know, I'm talking about a person like me who has no general idea of plant life. Like, I cannot tell you what a thorn birch branch looks like from any other branch. Now, I can tell the difference between a pine tree, a willow tree, and a regular tree, but I can't tell you what specifically that regular tree is. So it wouldn't hurt to get an additional book on herbs and plants. Other than the love spells and the health, I really recommend this book. Just because those 2 chapters aren't for me, could be for you. So don't be sleeping on this book. Go get it. Again, I mean what I said. This is great for the beginner. And if you are an experienced practitioner, still get this book anyway. It's still good. It's really great. And I've already been having success with that money spell. And it's only been a week. So go get this book. Don't sleep on it. If you're sleeping on this book, what's wrong with you? You don't have $16? Come on. That being said, I hope you've enjoyed part 2. Sorry this video is a little long. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them in the comment section down below. If you want to come find me on social media, my links are in the description. Be sure to hit that little bell icon to stay informed, especially now that we're in October and I'm dropping Haunted Indianas on your asses. You don't want to miss that. And I love you all. Bye.